lost backpacks, snowmobiling in Idaho. Scott and his son, I think his name was, I'm not sure what his name was. Anyway, Scott and his son, me and Brandon went up to snowmobiling up in Idaho, up by Preston, Idaho. This is, man, it feels like it was 15 years ago, at least. We were up there snowmobiling, and I have these really nice backpacks that we wear for safety. They have cups, and they have food, and they have shelter, and they have matches, and they have GPSs, and they have, anyway, all this stuff. And we had these helmets, these special helmets. They look like pilot helmets that they used for the F-16s and F-15s. And they were great helmets. They, totally enclosed helmets. They're just great. Really high quality, expensive snowmobiling gear at the time. I probably had $1,000 to $1,500 in each backpack, maybe $1,000 to $1,200 in each backpack, including the helmet. But all of our gear, everything. Brandon and my son Brandon, and I think that's right. His son's name was Brandon. Also, I think his son's name. Both of the sons were named Brandon. They took off and they were snowmobiling, and somehow they got down a canyon, got lost, couldn't find us. Me and Scott were separated from. We had no idea where they were at. No idea. So we're like nervous. We're hoping we can find them. We can't find them. So we're hoping that they'll come back to the parking lot where we were parked. So we get into the parking lot, and they're not there. We can't find them. So we're sitting there for a few more minutes getting the snowmobiles on the sled. So we're gonna probably go call search and rescue. Can't find them. It's getting late. Pretty soon, all of a sudden, Brandon and Brandon pull into the parking lot in this lady's car. And they get out and they said, "Thank you, thanks for the ride. Okay, thanks, we'll see you later." She drives off. And she takes off, and we're getting the snowmobiles ready and stuff, and because we have to go down. What had happened is they went down a canyon and they found a highway or a road, a mountain pass road. And they hitched a ride with somebody that was going our way, and they got a ride back up the road to our where our snowmobile truck, where our truck and trailer was. But they had to leave their snowmobiles down there so they could get to us, and then we had to go back down and pick up their snowmobiles. So as we went down, I don't know if we were sitting in the parking lot or we were driving down to the snowmobiles, but they go, "Oh crap, the backpacks, the helmets, oh my heck." They had both of our backpacks, because they were stronger, they were younger, they were carrying both the backpacks and the helmets. And what had happened is they had put, the lady pulled over to pick them up, to take them up the road. She put their backpacks and their helmets inside the back of her trunk. And then she left after she dropped them off. We could not find the backpacks. We could not find the helmets. They were gone. A couple $1,000s worth of equipment vanished. I was ticked and upset, but I was really thankful that my son was alive and he wasn't lost. So anyway, we head home. We got the snowmobiles on the thing. We were disappointed, but we headed home. The sons were alive. They were okay. And then I called the cops, and I called and says, "Hey," and we put an ad in the newspaper. "Does anybody seen our helmets?" And somebody picked us up. She was from Preston. "Does anybody know where our, we did a lost and found at the I think in the newspaper and at the cop station. If anybody calls with our equipment, please let them know." We left our names and phone numbers. We'd call in periodically every few weeks. Pretty soon it was spring, and pretty soon it was later in the spring, and all of a sudden I got a call one day, and I go, "Hello," and they go, "This is the Preston Police Department." I go, "Oh, hi, how are you?" They go, "We have your backpacks and your helmets. A lady brought them back today. What had happened is she took them. The boys had put them in the car. She forgot that they put them in the car. She drove around for several months, not remembering that they were in the car, in the trunk. And then she found them one day, and she's like, "Oh my heck! Here's all these guys. Their packs and helmets. I can't even. To this day, I still can't believe that we got them back." But she was really honest, and she took them to the police department. She says, "I don't know if you can find these people or not, but they left their helmets and backpacks in here. Can you see it?" And they go, "Yeah, they've been hoping that you would bring them in." I don't know what all happened, but I had to drive up there and pick them up. But it was so cool that she found the backpacks and the helmets and gave them back.